Sometimes the simplest thing can make all the difference. Today I want to talk about mindset, mood, energy, productivity, all things that are super important when you are running your own business, things that will make or break your ability to be successful. Basically, not only in business, but in life. And not only successful, but happy as well. We all go through times where things are tougher than normal, where we have stress, where we have anxiety, where things don't seem to be going right. And as I record this, things are a little bit difficult for a lot of us right now. The economy is in a bit of a state. People don't have as much discretionary income at the moment, and it can be a tough time for small businesses. But whether you have a small business or not, everything I share in this video today is going to be helpful when it comes to improving your life. So here are 5 things you can do in 5 minutes or less to change your life for the better. Number 1 is movement. I don't care what sort of movement you want to do, it's just moving your body. Maybe you want to do yoga, maybe you want to go for a quick walk or run, maybe you want to do some Tai Chi, maybe you want to dance around your living room for 5 minutes. Whatever it is, just getting up, getting moving is so powerful for our minds, for our bodies. It improves our mood, it improves our energy. It's always interesting when I feel so kind of mentally tired at the end of the day, but then I go do some physical activity and I feel so much better afterwards. It really is amazing. And there's so much science out there that shows exactly why this works and all of the biochemistry in the brain, but you don't even need to look at that. You just need to do it and feel the difference, and you'll realize how powerful movement really can be. Whether it's getting out of your chair and stretching. Like, I make sure, I used to wear a Fitbit and I would have the thing on where it would buzz at me every hour to make sure I got up and moved every hour, because otherwise I could get into the zone and just be sitting at my desk for hours and hours on end, which is not good for anybody. So find tricks like that, set an alarm, set a timer, whatever, just do some form of movement and it will make a big difference. Like, I make sure to do some movement first thing in the morning before I get to work. During the day, I might just do some stretches here and there. And at the end of the day, I always do some sort of exercise or go for a walk, and it just makes a huge difference to my physical and mental well-being. And if it's too much effort to even figure out what you want to do, there's so many YouTube videos out there, like 5-minute exercise videos. Just look and you'll find something that'll work for you, and you can just do what you're told. The second one is have a cold shower. No, I don't mean just go in and have a cold shower. That is horrible. It's awful. But what I mean is, in the morning after your hot shower, finish with a cold shower. That's what I do. I mean, you could also do the hardcore cold shower, you could do the cold immersion. You see all people out there doing all that sort of stuff. And sure, great, if that works for you, fine. But for me, it's easy enough and simple enough just to do a minute or 2 of cold at the end of my shower in the morning. There's, again, a lot of science out there that talks about why this is effective, but I actually like it for 2 reasons. One, I do a hard thing in the morning. I stand in the cold shower, and then when I've achieved that and I've gotten through it, I feel really great about myself. I'm like, hey, I managed to do this hard thing, and it makes doing other hard things easier because you've already faced one difficult thing and overcome it in the morning. And the second reason is just the kind of adrenaline, cortisol sort of burst you get from putting freezing cold water on yourself. Like, it just gives you a jolt and it kind of wakes you up. I find, I love having a shower in the morning before I get to work because I've usually done some sort of movement or exercise, but I just always loved showering to wake me up in the morning. But having a hot shower can kind of make you a little bit sleepy as well. So by finishing with a cold shower, trust me, you will not be sleepy when you get out of that shower, and you'll be ready to face the day. The third thing is meditation. 5 minutes is more than enough time to get something out of meditation. And this can be anything. It can be, just plain mindfulness. Sit down, follow your breath for 5 minutes. Again, there's plenty of apps, plenty of YouTube videos, recordings out there that you can just listen to a guided meditation for 5 minutes. If that's, again, easier for you to do, don't make it hard. If you don't have the mental energy to figure out what you're doing, same with the movement, just watch a video, listen to a recording, get on an app, whatever. Done is better than perfect. If Sometimes I'll just sit there and I'll do my own independent meditation. Sometimes I'll feel like I need the help of a guided meditation just because I'm a bit more scattered or I'm a bit more tired and I want that guidance to help me through it. Whatever it is, whatever sort of meditation it is, 5 minutes can make a huge difference to your mood. It can calm you down. It can give you a bit of mental stillness and rest and clarity so that you can come out the other side ready to continue on with whatever you have to do that day. Number 4 is gratitude. And again, there's been a lot of studies done on this in the last few decades about the power of gratitude. The most powerful way is to actually speak gratitude to somebody, but just writing down the things you're grateful for is also an excellent activity for focusing on the positive. Our brains are problem-solving machines, and so we tend to focus on the negative because we see a problem that needs fixing, or we think we see a problem that needs fixing 99 times out of 100. It's just our own anxieties. But we see something that needs fixing, and so we focus on that rather than taking the time to actually focus on the positive. So for me, that's why a gratitude journal is really useful, because it kind of forces me to actually sit down and stop and think about the things I'm grateful for, the things that went well that day, or that I enjoyed, or that I just noticed about my life. And I like to do this at the end of the day so that I am, kind of looking back and reviewing my day and looking at the things that went well. And again, I just write down a couple of quick things. It takes me less than 5 minutes. I don't do this all the time, but when I do, I really do feel a difference. And I go to sleep with a smile on my face because I'm going to sleep focused on the things that I love about my life and the things that I'm really grateful for and that I'm glad I get to wake up the next day and hopefully experience again. The 5th thing is a morning or potentially an evening review. So this is where you just sit down at either the beginning or the end of the workday and actually review. So you can look back on what you've done that day, tick off things that went well, or at the beginning of the day, you can do the same, but look forward to what you want to do this day, rather than just kind of falling into work and hitting the ground running without any real clear idea of what you want to achieve. It's nice because it can help you get that clarity on what is important today. I'm old school. I still use like a paper diary, and I write down all of my, main to-dos, my main goals for the day in there. And then I sit down when I get to my desk in the mornings, which is where I am right now. I'll sit down and I'll look through what I've got written down and I'll review it and I'll go, okay, well, what did I not get done yesterday? Do I need to move that to today? Can I move that to a different day? And this seems really obvious, but I think a lot of people, especially small business owners, perhaps don't do this. You just kind of maybe check your email and then answer some emails, and then you check your Instagram and reply to some comments, and then you realize, oh, I've got that order I need to finish. And you just kind of unconsciously falling through your day without actually sitting down and thinking what needs to be achieved. And this is especially important if you are trying to grow a business, because you can't just be responding to the urgent stuff that's coming at you. You actually need to set aside time to be focused on the future and looking towards working on how to grow your business. So that takes conscious effort to do, and it's really important to spend that little 5 minutes a day just to review where you're going, perhaps for the day, for the week, even for the month, and just get an idea of what you want to achieve and how you're going to get there. Now, I know that was all 5 of the 5 things, but because you have stuck around to this point in the video, I'm going to give you a bonus thing, and that is the 5-minute rule. I've heard this, the 5-minute rule, the 2-minute rule, whatever it is. The idea is the same. The idea is that if you're procrastinating about doing something, just say to yourself, I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. That's it. And go do the thing for 5 minutes. Whether it's going for a walk, moving, answering emails, writing a description for a product, any sort of job or thing that you've been procrastinating on and putting off. Don't say, I'm going to spend all day doing this thing, or this big job, I'm going to completely finish it. Say, no, I'm just going to sit down or stand up, whatever the case may be, and I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. That's it. And either you'll do it for 5 minutes and then you'll be like, yeah, nah, I'm done now. Or what's more likely is that will help you break through the procrastination wall that's been in front of you, and you'll find yourself looking up half an hour or an hour later and going, oh, that actually wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, and now it's done and I can move on. So that's a nice little one just to do if you've got something you've been putting off and putting off and putting off. just say, I'll spend 5 minutes on it and see what happens. So these are all things that I've implemented in my own life that have worked really well for me. I would love to hear from you. Is there some other thing that, can be done in 5 minutes or less that works really well to improve your life? Let me know in the comments below. Or which one of these do you use? Do you use all of them? Do you use some of them? Which work better for you? I would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you are someone who works at home or a small business owner, you might like this video next, where I share 5 things that improved my home office. So 5 home office hacks that have really made a difference in my home office environment and have improved that for me. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please give me a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.